Hey there, YouTube. It's been a while since I've posted. I haven't even posted anything since my initial post trying to start a blog or vlog rather about PTSD and just things that are coming up. Um, I've been in between housing, but I'm uh, I'm in a more permanent situation at least for now. Anyway, I kind of was thinking about like anger issues involving PTSD or at least being exasperated because of PTSD. Um, you know, like I have PTSD for multiple reasons. One of which is sexual abuse, and finally dealing with sexual abuse. Um, from my mother and like and boyfriends she brought home and stepdads and like just a lot of constant sexual abuse until I like finally um, got old enough to like defend myself. Well, the strength to defend myself physically, 14, 15. And I moved out when I was 16, so then all the other sort of crap with drugs and stuff that was going on ended. But anyway, um, for a long time I wasn't dealing with things. Wasn't dealing with the issues and the emotions and the problems and all this other stuff. And until recently, and I would like ignore it by, working a lot or, for a long time I like smoked a lot of pot too, which can definitely be useful for things like PTSD, I think, but I was definitely overusing it. Um, I was way overusing it. I was, yeah, basically suppressing everything by smoking pot. Anyway, so recently I had this huge, like, whole day long anger outburst at my girlfriend. Um, like, I came across the text message of hers, like, not by snooping. I was looking at her phone. I was going to use the flashlight to find my phone in the middle of the night, the flashlight app. I hit text message, of course, and I came across this one thread from her ex-boyfriend. And I know she's friends with her ex-boyfriend and that they talk. Um, but her friend recently got married, and a couple weeks ago she had gone to the bridal shower, and like the text message thread was about them meeting up, and she never told me she was gonna meet up with him. We've kind of come to this understanding that if we're gonna interact with exes, we're gonna at least be upfront about it, because of course having friends is not a bad thing, and if they, sometimes that just happens. Um, but anyway, um, I I came across it. I sat on it for a couple weeks, and then the day that we left for the wedding, which was just a couple days ago, I just like blew up at her. Like, first we had a pretty rational conversation about it, and then all just like stewed and like I've been cheated on before, and I really don't think she's cheating on me. I trust her, but like all these old things came out, and like recently I've also been like having a lot of like nightmares about things that happened. And so I've always been weird about sex because of the sexual abuse, and and being cheated on and whatever. So I mean, it was definitely unfounded. I should not have blown up at her the way I did. Like, I brought up all sorts of things from her past that were really horrible of me to bring up. She is a recovering alcoholic and drug addict, and she's been doing really, really well. She hasn't touched the stuff in a long time. And, when you're on that kind of stuff, you can be promiscuous. Anyway, I brought up all her past back, threw it in her face. It was super horrible of me. But like, and I knew it was. At like some of the time, I just like knew what I was doing, but I just couldn't stop. I just kept going and going, and like, I don't know. I guess I was trying to push her away or whatever. I was just so angry, like so angry. I like wanted to hit something, not her. I've never hit people. Like, I've always been one to like hit walls, hit things, break things, or even like when I was younger, I would cut myself, you know, like dealing with the anger. And, it's been the last year or so that I've really, really, really started dealing with all the aspects of my PTSD. So this like anger outburst was just like You know, it's been a really long time since I've sort of felt this angry, but it's also been a really long time since I've dealt with anything. Um, you know, and finally, I went for a walk, and that helped. You know, and also I sort of get I get kind of dissociative and out of it. I don't always remember everything. You know, it took her like crying, like sobbing, crying, and stuff like that to really snap me out of it. And then I went for a walk and like passed out, like literally just like passed out. And then in the morning, of course, I felt like an asshole. I mean, as I should feel like an asshole. Um, you know, but I was just thinking about like what do other people do to deal with anger. You know, I've definitely found that exercise is the most productive way that I can deal with anger that's useful. You know, hitting a wall definitely helps, but it's not productive. You can hurt yourself, you can freak other people out, you damage the house. None of that is good or productive. I'm really trying to like learn how to be self-aware. You know, maybe next time what I should do when I'm feeling like this is like definitely like have time alone, separate myself from other people, and like do something physical. I don't know. What do I'm also curious what other people um might think, or if anyone else has had like similar experiences with like the anger outbursts, and like, you know, how do you deal with that, because, you know, she certainly didn't deserve to be the brunt of that kind of like punishment, and like I'm totally an ass. I mean, not hitting her doesn't mean that that wasn't abusive, and I don't want to reenact shit that happened to me, or that fuck that's happened to her. But anyway, that's my post for now. Thank you for listening, and yeah, if you have any responses, that would be awesome, and I'm definitely going to try to post more. All right, thanks.